fold, got them leaning slow. Red count 0, but the fit say flex. Post game still like photo show. Post too wide for a label check. Stand froze, traffic with no advance. Angle so tight it distort the glance. Neckline off, still own the chance. Head tilt wild with executive dance. Fold in the cuff like a contract sign. Shadow hit wall like it crossed the line. Fit move wrong but the flow align. Scene on mute while the body refine. Yeah, hood pull back with a scriptless grin. Lace untied but the steps still win. Hands in the air like I'm born to spin. Profile say calm but the lens lock in. Yeah, elbow fold, got them leaning slow. Red count 0, but the fit say flex. Post game still like photo show. Post too wide for a label check. Snap on frame like a deadline close. Frame don't smile but the move still rolls. Shirt too short, still my stance composed. Stepped on beat with a half shell pose. Stride off beat but the style red clean. Lean like ink when the line's unseen. Pocket got space but the mind too keen. In the background blur made the myth routine. Two-step stance with a stateless spin. Sleeves all bent but the vibe still win. Fit feel wrong but the shot locked in. Voice too light but the bar sound 10. Elbow fold, got him leaning slow. Red count 0, but the fit say flex. Post game still like photo show. Post too wide for a label check. Sleeves drop low like I plan a script. One leg crossed like a viral clip. Jawline sharp with a stateless drip. And the tone so blank that it made him flip. No blink shown but the pick got saved. Shoulders off center but the ground behave. No call made but the team all wave. Cause the tilt in my frame made the weak engraved. Offbeat pause with the head nod rule. Shoes too plain but the aura school. Edge so soft that the crowd play cool. And the stance got stamped like a logo duel. Elbow fold, got him leaning slow. Red count 0, but the fit say flex. Post game still like a photo show. Post too wide for a label check. Elbow fold, got him leaning slow. Red count 0, but the fit say flex. Post game still like a photo show. Post too wide for a label check.
Got the league on tilt. Outfit cheap, but the frame got built. No brand name, but the stance too slick. Smile like I'm holding the Forbes type script. Balance on beat like a price tag flip. No receipt, but the walk legit. Hoodie all limp, but the fit got grip. Post up cold like a front page clip. Didn't need shine, I just angled well. Bag on flat, but the aura swell. Talk that talk with the clearance shell. Still got knives like I rang the bell. One sock down, but the flex too high. Fake gold chain with a rich kid side. Didn't buy status, but I slipped on wide. Now my broke look trending and amplified. Broke pose, still got the league on tilt. Outfit cheap, but the frame got built. No brand name, but the stance too slick. Smile like I'm holding the Ford type script. Broke pose, still got the league on tilt. Outfit cheap, but the frame got built. No brand name, but the stance too slick. Smile like I'm holding the Force type script. Tag still swing alone out T, but the cut hit sharp like it's Taylor V. Nothing on wrist, but they still agree that the pose worth more than the salary.
Car decline, cool, I posed instead. Didn't lose pace when the light turned red. Wallet thin, but the quotes widespread. Like I sell confidence by the thread. My looks say maybe, my tone say fact. Didn't buy time, but I matched they act. Check bounce, nah, I just pivot back. No cap needed when the vibe exact.
Broke pose, still got the league on tilt. Outfit cheap, but the frame got built. No brand name, but the stance too slick. Smile like I'm holding the Force type script. Broke pose, still got the league on tilt. Outfit cheap, but the frame got built. No brand name, but the stance too slick. Smile like I'm holding the Force type script.
They shop for clout, I thrift for lore. Mirror say king when I lock that door. Never got tagged, but the post got more. Still broke, still bold, that's core to core. Whole look dry, but the vibe pull in. Still get shot like a full paid win. Walk like deal, but I signed no pen. Just gave one smirk and they loop again. Voice got chill, but the heat don't lie. I dress like that, but I move like pie. Even when I pause, the reply say fly. Now they screenshot me like a suit and tie.
Broke pose, still got the league on tilt. Outfit cheap, but the frame got built. No brand name, but the stand stance too slick. Smile like I'm holding a 4-type script. Bro pose, still got the league on tilt. Outfit cheap, but the frame got built. No brand name, but the stance too slick. Smile like I'm holding a 4-type script.
Tap twice, I'm the frame you miss. Coming slow, but the scroll pause quick. Post much, but they still reminisce. So loud, it don't need no click. Tap twice, I'm the frame you miss. Coming slow, but the scroll pause quick. Post much, but they still reminisce. So loud, it don't need no click.
No flash, still caught the light. Didn't plan it, but the crop just right. Mirror not clean, but the vibe got bite. One hand shot like a glitch highlight. Zoom too close, it distort my myth. But I post with a pose that scream what if. Style low key with a top tier drift. Caption none, just to stare that lift. Don't tag brands, they tag me first. Didn't buy fame, just played it worse. Profile dead, but the post converse. Every scroll back feel like a verse.
Tap twice, I'm the frame you miss. Commas low, but the scroll pause quick. Ain't post much, but they still reminisce. So loud, it don't need no click. Tap twice, I'm the frame you miss. Commas low, but the scroll pause quick. Ain't post much, but they still reminisce. So loud, it don't need no click. Ghost in the feed, but my drip say leave. Posted in socks with executive drive. One leg up with a nonchalant dive. Looked like a model, then went to survive. Algorithm cold, but the angle's hot. Didn't even smile and still hit that spot. Style on 2% like a dying shot. But the vibe went viral on a Wi-Fi dot. Comment said who, now the who got saved. Didn't wear gold, but the tone engraved. Look so still, got the frame enslaved. Didn't even try, now the stats behave. Tap twice, I'm the frame you miss. Comments low, but the scroll pause quick. Ain't post much, but they still reminisce. So loud, it don't need no click. Tap twice, I'm the frame you miss. Comments low, but the scroll pause quick. Ain't post much, but they still reminisce. So loud, it don't need no click. Didn't buy boost, didn't pay no reach. Still got likes off a frozen speech. Stood so still, it rewrote the teach. Now they screenshot swag like a breach. Every scroll glitch when the pic pop up. Didn't in trend, but the vibe went up. Even no caption, feel like a dub. And the fit ain't loud, it just don't shut up. Mirror said 1, but I gave him 6. Lean so cold, got the static in mix. Didn't show off, just made him fix. Now the save button, part of the tricks. Tap twice, I'm the frame you miss. Comments low, but the scroll pause quick. Ain't post much, but they still reminisce. So loud, it don't need no click. Tap twice, I'm the frame you miss. Comments low, but the scroll pause quick. Ain't post much, but they still reminisce. So loud, it don't need no click.
Grip, but the stand say go. Stitch ain't premium, but the fold too bold. Drip on pause, but the bounce still so. On flex cash, just the way I hold.
Built half loop, but the loop got bite. Walk too slow, still past that light. Thread count low, but the pose got height. Whole fit whisper, but the moves say fight. Crack in the soul, but I stomp like fame. Didn't pay much, but they chant my name. Used to walk broke, now I stroll like claim. Receipt says no, but the vibe still flame. Hair half done, but the lean intact. No real chain, but the frame react. Didn't buy aura, I just reenact. Fit say budget, but I talk abstract. Budget grip, but the stand say gold. Stitch ain't premium, the phone too bold. Drip on pause, but the bounce still sold. On flex cash, just the way I hold. I hold. I hold. I hold. On flex cash, just the way I hold.
hole.
Iron never touch it, still smooth like deal. Didn't match socks, but I matched that feel. Tag still on, and I call it a pill. Post so deep that the cam won't heal. Broke on the books, but our page turn loud. Fits say glitch, but the crowd say proud. Shoes talk noise, even when I'm not allowed. And the pic looks staged like it pulled a crowd.
Price ain't high, but the scene still shake. No designer here, but the myth look fake. I don't buy into the drip they make. I just fold mine once and the vibe awake.
Budget grip, but the stand say go. Stitch ain't premium, but the fold too bold. Drip on pause, but the bounce still sold. I don't flex cash, just the way I hold.
I don't flex cash, just the way I hold. Wrist got nothing, still flick with pride. Didn't even shave, but the look still glide. They ask who styled it, I just slide. And the pocket says no, but the pose don't hide. Posture so mean, even jeans look bent. Didn't plan the vibe, it was accident. Air in my steps like a brand event. And my broke side smirk, but 100%. Shade from the brim, not the name I drop. Voice got volume when the beat don't pop. The logo seen, but the moment stop. Cause the hold on the grip don't ever flop. Budget grip, but the stand say go. Stitch ain't premium, but the fold too bold. Drip on pause, but the bounce still sold. I don't flex cash, just the way I hold. I hold. I hold. I hold. I don't flex cash, just the way I hold.
Yeah. Yeah. Big talk like my budget got brand advice. Step too slow, still they looking twice. Drip on mute, but the frame too loud. Didn't say flex, but the stance allowed. Post so rich, it confused my bank.
Silhouette strong like a no-cost tank.
Didn't move much, but the air said fame. Outfit plain, but the steps not tame. Wrinkle in the T like a vintage claim, but an arc so clean they forgot my name. No tag shown, but the vibe pre-owned. Cut real sharp like the thread got cloned. Didn't press nothing, just stood full tone. And the cam caught heat when the look got zoned. Spent no coins, but I flipped that glance. Whole look free, but it cost they stance. Didn't say much, just a slow advance. And my walk talk back like a finance dance.
Walk like my budget got brand advice. Step too slow, still they looking twice. Strip on mute, but the frame too loud. Didn't say flex, but the stance allowed. Oh, so rich, it confused my bank.
Silhouette strong like a no-cost tank.
Oh, so rich, it confused my bank.
Silhouette strong like a no-cost tank. Lean like that, got designer rhythm. No name tag, but the cut got prism. Didn't rehearse, but I walk with system. Even loose fits got a paid up wisdom. Shoe drag slow like a scroll on loop. Didn't even stretch, but I move like swoop. No coach, no prep, no troop, but the shot looks staged like a style regroup. Low brim tilt with a thrift store nod. Didn't cop heat, but I still get lied. Move like I talk with the angles applaud. And the cost stay low, but the pressure odd.
Walk like my budget got brand advice. Step too slow, still they looking twice. Drip on mute, but the frame too loud. Didn't say flex, but the stance allowed. Oh, so rich, it confused my bank.
Silhouette strong like a no-cost tank.
Oh, so rich, it confused my bank.
Silhouette strong like a no-cost tank, yeah. Didn't flashcard, didn't swipe no line, just stood still like I paused their time. No brand flex, just a look divine in the hood that spread like an open sign. Silence loud like my pose got rates. Didn't chase likes, but I opened gates. Even fake threads move like fates when the frame got pulled like vintage plates. Whole move made in a borrowed tee, but the neck dropped low like a royalty fee. No logo show, but they still agree that the drip got laws, only broke one seed.
Walk like my budget got brand advice. Step too slow, still they looking twice. Drip on mute, but the frame too loud. Didn't say flex, but the stance allowed. Oh, so rich, it confused my bank.
Silhouette strong like a no-cost tank.
Oh, so rich, it confused my bank.
Silhouette strong like a no-cost tank, yeah. talking about.
Tax stance, but I move like net. Didn't even try, but the crowd went hush. Always say millions, I ain't earned yet. Fit came wrinkled, but the flex said crush.
Didn't play ones, just claim that angle. Whole post crooked, but the shot came right. Never wore silk, just lean like Scandal. Now they quote my stills like I changed every night. Shirt untucked, but the back got posture. Didn't press nothing, but it folded clean. No barcode, but the post said sponsor. Didn't get dressed, just arrived on screen. Clock said broke, but the minute got paid. Didn't earn points, but my step upgrade. No finance degree, but my style displayed. In the back still flat, while the myth cascade.
Tax stance, but I move like net. Didn't even try, but the crowd went hush. RSA millions, I ain't earned yet. Fit came wrinkled, but the flex said crush. Didn't blink once, but they said I flex. Didn't bend knees, but the ground said serve. Shirt too dry, but my lean got wet. Looked like a post when I barely swerve. No tag showing, still tagged in style. Didn't press in, but the post went wild. No credit check, but the walk got foul. And my thrift looked richer than a 10-mile dial. Lean say quiet, but the vibe say boom. Didn't need smoke, just a stance in room. Even broke thoughts got drip and zoom. Now they pause like I drop perfume. Blue tax stance, but I move like net. Didn't even try, but the crowd went hush. RSA millions, I ain't earned yet. Fit came wrinkled, but the flex said crush. Didn't match laces, still caught frame. Didn't write quotes, just whisper game. Tried to ignore, but the look got aim. Not a silence loop like a tagless name. Air in my step got post-pay feel. Didn't spend coin, but I closed that deal. Worn out collar, but the pose so real. Still look rich when I stretch my heel. Aura too strong for a checkout beep. Didn't say much, but they scroll too deep. Even my chill got fashion steep. And I flex like tax never made me weep. Blue tax stance, but I move like net. Didn't even try, but the crowd went hush. RSA millions, I ain't earned yet. Fit came wrinkled, but the flex said crush.
I am man. Hop. What? Hey.
Spin rate low, but the torque still hit. Shoes off brand, but the steps legit. Shirt all creased, but the fold got wet. Frame too sharp for the scene to quit. Fold on sleeve like a plan went right. Stride off beat, but the cam got light. Tag still dangle, I pose mid-flight. Vibe so loud, I don't need no mic. Edge on pant like a split decision. Shade too dark, but I see the vision. Logo all fake, still build precision. Still one leg, they call it religion. Check not clear, but the stance on 10. Pockets no weight, but I walk like wind. Cut too wrong, made a fit look zen. Still I lift one brow and the scene lock in. Spin rate low, but the torque still hit. Shoes off brand, but the steps legit. Shirt all creased, but the fold got wet. Frame too sharp for the scene to quit. Grip too loose, but the hoe stay bold. Nothing on wrist, but I flex like gold. Step too slow, made the streets unfold. Even thrift look staged like it just got sold. Hood too wide, but the drape look clean. Sock got holes, but I move pristine. Thread too thin, but the walk got sheen. And lean so slick, it can swipe a screen. No name belt, but the loop say yes. Logo misspelled, but the pose impress. Smirk got shade, I don't need to guess. They frame my fit like a vulgar dress. Spin rate low, but the torque still hit. Shoes all brand, but the steps legit. Shirt all creased, but the fold got wet. Frame too sharp for the scene to quit. Press no shirt, just roll and go. Laces untied, but the pace still show. Never rehearse, still the glow. When the cam moves slow, when I throw that pose. Clip ain't clear, but they save that slide. Style got rules that I don't abide. Fold ain't flat, but the bounce won't hide. And the scene feel paid when I just outside. Walk no rush, but the vibe sprint fast. Lean like debit, but I look like cash. Outfit wrong, but the joke won't last.
grass, cause the myth's so slick, they forget the past. Spin rate low, but the torque still hit. Shoes all brand, but the steps legit. Shirt all creased, but the flow got whipped. Frame too sharp for the scene to quit.
Neck tag show, but the pose don't flinch. They think it's part of the design that's rich. Grip all thrift, but the flex won't pinch. I turn fake thread to a front row pitch. Fake.
One arm twist like a limited drop. Hood sag down like I planned to flop. No crease press, but the vibe on top. And the lean too clean for a label swap. Vic got pose like a story told. No tag cut, that's a move I sold. T from a bin, but the stance look bold. And the shade don't move when the shot get cold. Socks off white like a brand new joke. Walk on beat like the flow went broke. Thread count, nah, I provoke. Oh, it's so sharp it can slice through smoke.
Neck tag show, but the pose don't flinch. They think it's part of the design that's rich. Grip all thrift, but the flex won't pinch. I turn fake thread to a front row pitch.
Bend that hem like a money curve. Pose so plain, but the room observe. Outfit bent with a silent swerve. Now the shot comes still like I meant to serve. Pose not tense, but the scene on hold. No dry clean, just the fold I mold. One small twist and the fit feels sold. Didn't need shine when the stance that bold. Walk no tag tuck, that's my law. Even barcode left in awe. Name not known, but the pause got draw. I flex like rules, never saw my flaw.
Neck tag show, but the pose don't flinch. They think it's part of the design that's rich. Grip all thrift, but the flex won't pinch. I turn fake thread to a front row pitch.
One side sleeve like a draft mistake. Cut too deep, but the mirror fake. Thread too thin for a photo take, but the tilt in the neck got the crowd awake. Shade drop low, but the cap don't shift. Step no pace, but the flow still lift. No one spoke, but the angle gift. Now the post look planned like a time code drift. Balance off, but the eyes say real. Even my paws got visual appeal. No thread blend, but the lean got seal. And the tag say broke, but the flex ideal.
Neck tag show, but the pose don't flinch. They think it's part of the design that's rich. Grip all thrift, but the flex won't pinch. I turn fake thread to a front row pitch.
Yeah, who's too sharp? I should file a claim. Boy, it all wrong. Still they read my name. Nothing high end. Still the fit in flame. Walk past slow. Make the mirror shame. Threats say nah, but the folks say bet. Move too calm for no regret. Him drag low, still the vibe reset. And the fit talk loud like a paid off debt. Step no sound, just bounce on lock. Color all wrong when I frame the block. Logo skew with a thrift shop sock, but I lean too mean for the scene to mock. Cuff too tight, but I made it flex. No name hat, but it passed the test. Look said stop, but the cam said next. Now the frame loop clean like a manifest. Who's too sharp? I should file a claim. Boy, it all wrong. Still they read my name. Nothing high end. Still the fit in flame. Walk past slow. Make the mirror shame. One hand drop like a deal just signed. Zip off center, but the stance aligned. No price paid, but the fit got time. And the lens locked in when the elbow climb. Glare on the T like a tax return. Steps don't talk, but the ground still learn. Shirt too loose, make the angle burn. Now the post say heat with a casual turn. Jeans off size, but the fold on cue. So worn down, but the path brand new. Nothing deluxe, but the crowd still view. When the flex show up like a debut crew. It's too sharp. I should file a claim, wore it all wrong. Still they read my name, nothing high end. Still the fit in flame, walk past slow, make the mirror shine.
vibe say skill, and the shot too crisp for a budget still. Hair not done, but the mood say go. Shade too flat, but the pics say glow. Walk ain't fast, but the thread still flow. Not a loop replay like a pose demo. Bend in the back like a flex got caught. Didn't pay style, just move like taught. Fold on tilt with a thrifted thought, and the stance too smooth to be store-bought.
Post too sharp, I should file a claim. Wore it all wrong, still they read my name. Nothing high end, still the fit in flame. Walk past slow, make the mirror shame.
Lagged out, but the vibe got sent. They check my fit like a leak too soon. Thread all wrong, but the neck got bent. Now I walk like I wrote this tune. Shoes don't shine, but the path look lit. Tag still swing like I meant that bit. Stitch don't hold, but the stance won't quit. And the lean got bounced like a looped out hit. Fold too wide, still frame like plan. Walk no pace, but I scan that land. Cut too flat, but I drop that brand. Now they trace my paws like a runway hand. Fit not clean, but the edge said yes. Post no filter, but I passed that test. Didn't align, but the shot got blessed. And I moved so wrong, it became finesse. Drip lagged out, but the vibe got sent. They check my fit like it leaked too soon. Spread all wrong, but the neck got bent. Now I walk like I wrote this tune. Drip lagged out, but the vibe got sent. They check my fit like it leaked too soon. Spread all wrong, but the neck got bent. Now I walk like I wrote this tune. Shade no tint, but it blocked that gaze. Socks mismatched, but I set that face. Neck too bare, but the I get praise. And I slide like trends in the back end maze. T say nah, but the foes say fact. Tag still there like a fashion pack. Cut don't sink, but the vibe contract. Now my stance got quotes like a brand extract. Leg twist wrong, but the shot go wide. No cuff done, still the form won't hide. Back heel drag with a CEO stride. And the look on pause like I multiply pride in. Drip lagged out, but the vibe got sent. They check my fit like it leaked too soon. Thread all wrong, but the neck got bent. Now I walk like I wrote this tune. Drip lagged out, but the vibe got sent. They check my fit like it leaked too soon. Thread all wrong, but the neck got bent. Now I walk like I wrote this tune. Broke side stance, but the beat say rich. Didn't say much, but the vibe got pitch. Lean off center with a playback glitch. And a frame like fame in a thrifted stitch. Fold go left, but the cam don't care. Pause too long, but the eyes all stare. Drip say late, but the air got flare. Now the myth look born from a wrinkled pair. No logo shown, but the silence loud. Steps too loose, but I move that crowd. Didn't drop heat, but the stance got proud. And I lag like trends, still end up wild ass. Drip lagged out, but the vibe got sent. They check my fit like it leaked too soon. Sweat all wrong, but the neck got bent. Now I walk like I wrote this tune. Drip lagged out, but the vibe got sent. They check my fit like it leaked too soon. Sweat all wrong, but the neck got bent. Now I walk like I wrote this tune.
Whole scene react. Steps no pattern, but the frame stay bold. Post too loud for a style that's tacked. Fit off balance, but the cam on hold. Elbow flick like a switch got pulled. No plan made, but the lean looks school. Thread ain't tight, but the stare got ruled. Now I pose mid-step like a statue fool. Post off time like I lag that click. Knee half cock with a sidewall slick. Tag on show, that's a budget trick. But the flash went bright like a brand new pick. Wrinkle too deep, but the foe said fame. T too plain, but the stains got name. Walk too wide for a box or a frame. And the grip on chill still lit that flame. Elbow bent, whole scene react. Steps no pattern, but the frame stay bold. Post too loud for a style that's tacked. Fit off balance, but the cam on hold. Tilt one Drake like a line got snapped. Lean so off it got screenshots tapped. Pose not safe, but the shot well wrapped. And the elbow speak like the fit just clap. Walk say slow, but the vibe say threat. Look say broke, but the pause in debt. No chain on, but the move got net. Now the style gon' live like a mid-air bet. Foot too out, but the ground got shook. Pocket all bent with a side eye look. Didn't dress up, but the page got took. Now the stance right lines like a cover book. Elbow bent, whole scene react. Steps no pattern, but the frame stay bold. Post too loud for a style that's tack. Fit off balance, but the cam on hold. Arm twist wrong, but the angle click. One breath pause and the mood got thick. Thread low grade, but the pose so slick. And I step like time when the beat go tick. Pose don't flex, but it's still that same. Fold not right, but the vibe still clean. Cut too big for a model lean, but I hold one look like a magazine. No prep done, still they stop that scroll. I blink one time and the post got rolled. Didn't buy trend, but I walk like gold. Now the elbow curve got full control. Elbow bend, whole scene react. Steps no pattern, but the frame stay bold. Post too loud for a style that's tack. Fit off balance, but the cam on hold. Elbow bend, whole scene react. Steps no pattern, but the frame stay bold. Post too loud for a style that's tack. Fit off balance, but the cam on hold.
Didn't hear a chord, but I feel that flash. Didn't fix my cuff, but it looked high class. Didn't plan to walk, but I cleared that pass. Didn't spin a dime, but I left with splash. Cam not live, but the move got caught. Didn't prep much, but the step felt taut. Back heel drag like a scene got bought. And the fold don't lean like a style they sought. When elbow out like a timestamp pose. No preset light, but the face still glows. Collar all bent, but the angle froze. And the frame too clean for a thrifted close. Shoe got dust, but the vibe say gloss. Didn't rehearse, but I pose like boss. Wrinkle too wild, but the shape no loss. And I flipped that look like a coin toss.
Didn't hit crack, but I feel that flash. Didn't fix my cuff, but it looked high class. Didn't plan to walk, but I cleared that pass. Didn't spin a dime, but I left with splash.
Didn't check mirror, the shot still land. Pose too raw, but the stance got scanned. Thread mismatched with a candid hand, but the drip went live like it never got planned. One side tilt like a cheat code lean. Cut not a line, but the cam got mean. No full press, but the frame too clean. And the post feel looped like a vintage scene. Hood too low, but the arc got lift. Didn't match tone, but the eyes all shift. Didn't wear gold, but the fit say gift. And the tap on beat made the snap uplift.
Didn't hit it whack, but I feel that flash. Didn't fix my cuff, but it looked high class. Didn't plan to walk, but I cleared that pass. Didn't spin a dime, but I left with splash.
Didn't book shoot, but the pick went wide. Didn't fix fold, but the crease got pride. Didn't call trend, but the scrolls don't lie. And the tags say thrift, but the vibe worldwide. Didn't go loud, but the angle spoke. Didn't fix sleeve, but the line stay woke. Didn't lift chin, but the clip bespoke. And the frame said flex when the budget broke. Didn't show effort, but the crowd went freeze. Didn't ride wave, but I bent those C's. Didn't pull fame, but I move with ease. Now the loop don't stop like a cam disease.
Didn't hear it card, but I feel that flash. Didn't fix my cuff, but it looked high class. Didn't plan to walk, but I cleared that pass. Didn't spin a dime, but I left with splash.
touched down, but my shoes came late. Shirt still bent, but the frame got freeze. Flex so loud that the lights rotate. Neckline wrong, still I pose with ease. R touchdown, but my shoes came late. Shirt still bent, but the frame got freeze. Flex so loud that the lights rotate. Neckline wrong, still I pose with ease. One cuff loose like I missed the mark, but the stand's too cold, left a glowing spark. Thread out of line, but the lens went dark. When I tilt that chin, whole scene gets parked. Fit say off, but the vibe said real. Mood so crisp, it could cut through steel. Tag in view like a label deal, but I treat that swing like a highlight reel. Fold ain't pressed, but the weight land clean. Steps too slow for a runway scene. Color misread like a dream unseen. Still the post got saved in emotion lean. Or a touchdown, but my shoes came late. Shirt still bent, but the frame got freeze. Flex so loud that the lights rotate. Neckline wrong, still I pose with ease. One leg lead like the script got flipped. Lean too casual, but the shot got clipped. Shade too plain, yet the tone got drip. And the thread got caught, but the presence whipped. No prep plan, just a mid-step swing. Still they crop that frame like a crown king. Snap no flash, but the angle sting. And the vibe don't fade, it's a looping thing. Side fold flare with a wrist untucked. L bent low like a glitch got luck. Fit too bland, but the cam got struck. Now the comments flood like the style got plucked. Or a touchdown, but my shoes came late. Shirt still bent, but the frame got freeze. Flex so loud that the lights rotate. Neckline wrong, still I pose with ease. Steps off map like a motion blur. Threads ain't matched, but the stairs concur. Smirk half form, but the lines transfer. And the shot got vibe like a close thing slur. Pace too high for a click track rule. Eyes off center, but I've been at school. No clean edge, but the lean felt cool. Post rewind like opposed to tool. Mood hit first, then the outfit land. Body said go while the thread looked bland. No shape plan, but they all still stand. Cause the frame told truth, they ain't understand. Or a touchdown, but my shoes came late. Shirt still bent, but the frame got freeze. Flex so loud that the lights rotate. Neckline wrong, still I pose with ease. Velcro strap with the royalty nod. Threads off key, but I move like God. Loop so cheap, but the post go odd. Age scroll stuck on the pose I mod. Velcro strap with the royalty nod. Threads off key, but I move like God. Loop so cheap, but the post go odd. Age scroll stuck on the pose I mod. Yellow gray, but the vibe upscale. Shirt off size, but the lean won't fail. Tag still swing with a second hand tail, but I strut like checks on a VIP trail. No gold teeth, but I grin on 10. Budget so broke, but I loop that trend. No tailor cut, just a fold I bend. Still I walk like I'm built to sin. No pose learned, just a stance I feel. Cuff too wild, but the cam say real. T too plain, but the lines reveal that I flex from scratch like a highlight reel. Velcro strap with a royalty knot. Threads off key, but I move like God. Loop so cheap, but the post go odd. Age scroll stuck on the pose I mod. Velcro click like a stage cue hit. Socks misaligned, but the balance lit. Pants don't fit, but the mood legit. And the post hit feed like a sponsor bid. Bargain bag with a premium stance. Zipper all stuck, but I still advance. Cut no style, but I throw that glance. Like the fold came straight from a fashion dance. Hood too loose, but it lay just right. No clean thread, but I pose on sight. Light hit wrong, but I steal that light. And the cam don't blink when I shift that height. Velcro strap with a royalty knot. Threads off key, but I move like God. Loop so cheap, but the post go odd. Every scroll stuck on the pose I mod. No logo flash, but the style got spread. Gate too bent, but the talk got thread. Outfit
fit basic, but the stand set lead, and the silence hit loud like the next best red. No drip trail, just a shape I hold. No rich flex, just a frame that's sold. No fake chains, just a tone too bold. Still I made that scroll turn post to gold. One thread hang with a gesture calm. No scent spray, but I set that bomb. I too dull, but the gaze disarm, and the scroll hit loop like a style alarm. Velcro pop with a playback swing. One cuff tilt like a mid-air fling. Shadow no sharp, but the fit still sing. And the lean caught fame like a runway king. Fold on fold like a draft on art. No name print, but I play that part. Tag still shown like a thrifted chart, but I lift one pose and they call it smart. Stride got slow, but the scene go freeze. No flash shoes, but the shot still tease. Arm off frame with a grip on breeze, and the crowd tap twice with a silent please. Velcro strap with a royalty nod. Dreads off key, but I move like God. Loop so cheap, but the post go odd. Heavy scroll stuck on the pose I mod.
Na 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 na. Da da na 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 na. Backseat corner with the echo frame. Steps too chill, but the stance got blame. Eyes half shut like a thought unnamed. Whole fit loose, but the flash still aim. No line front, but the cam still pan. Fade in slow, but I shift that plan. Da 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 da. Slide too late, but the vibe don't wait. No front pose, but the seat feel great. Shirt no starch, but the fold got fade. And the heel hit ground with a heavyweight weight. Arm too bent like a backup call. No mic held, but the bar still fall. Look so bland, but the light installed. Now the crowd look twice when I lean on wall. Belt half done like I don't play rules. Shoes off beat, but the post teach schools. No loud moves, just the calmest tools. And the whisper laying harder than the loudest fools.
Backseat corner with the echo frame. Steps too chill, but the stance got blame. Eyes half shut like a thought unnamed. Whole fit loose, but the flash still aim. No line front, but the cam still pan. Fading slow, but I shift that plan. Da 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 da.
Wrist no chain, but the turn say wait. Pause no cue, but it's still my fate. Fit too dull, but the lean ornate. Now the eye don't blink when I own that state. Tilt too low like a battery fail. Move too still, but the frame prevail. Hat no snap, but the curve sail. And the thread don't glow, but it right my tail. Seat no prime, but the light chose me. No spot call, but I been that key. Cuff not trim, but a style on 3. And the cam said yes with a silent plea.
Backseat corner with the echo frame. Steps too chill, but the stance got blame. Eyes half shut like a thought unnamed. Whole fit loose, but the flash still aim. No line front, but the cam still pan. Fading slow, but I shift that plan.
Move too smooth for a lead track cut. Pants too big, but the vibe stay shut. Didn't speak loud, but the room gone mud. And the shot locked down like a last door shut. No clear shape, but the form got sold. No call made, but I played that role. Tag not known, but the click went scroll. And the post too chill for a red control. Stride too soft for a fame bound reel. One blink slow, but the cam no feel. Spotlight straight, but it bend and kneel. Like the back of the room had the boldest deal. No badge worn, but the name got weight. No fame chase, but I walk like fate. Frame off angle, but I shift that state. And the walls bend out like a cam rotate. No intro line, but the still made law. No flash scene, but the thread say more. Pose no prep, but the crowd adore. Now the edge of the scene be the loudest core. Style too quiet for a trend alert. Tone too calm, but the line still flirt. No push dumb, but I bent that dirt. And the shot rewind when my stance insert. Da 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 da.
Backseat corner with the echo frame. Steps too chill, but the stance got blame. Eyes half shut like a thought unnamed. Whole fit loose, but the flash still aim. No line front, but the cam still pan. Fade in slow, but I shift that plan. Da 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 da.
Ear dog still swing, but I pose like crown. Him all loose, but I hold that town.
Fit off grid, but the block look proud.
Voice too calm, but the cam sound loud.
It all still swing, but I pose like crown. Him all loose, but I hold that town. Fit off grid, but the block look proud.
Voice too calm, but the cam sound loud.
No steam press, but the edge hold clean. Walk ain't fast, but the waist still lean. Thread not gold, but it red like sheen. Steps all pause like they build routine. Shoes not laced, but the heel stay firm. Pants don't fit, but the crowd still turn. Name not loud, but the lens confirm. Pose hit hard like a silent burn. Nothing snap, but the shot lock tight. Plain as chalk, but I shade that light. No logo glow, but the move said right. Block went quiet off the second sight. It all still swing, but I pose like crown. Him all loose, but I hold that town. Fit off grid, but the block look proud.
Voice too calm, but the cam sound loud.
It all still swing, but I pose like crown. Him all loose, but I hold that town. Fit off grid, but the block look proud.
Voice too calm, but the cam sound loud.
Stitch too loose, but the shape got frame. Cuff all twisted, but I play that game. Move too slow, but the stand still flame. Wall pull back like it knew my name. Fit don't try, but it sit on beat. Neckline droop, but the vibe complete. Hood drop low, but the lean too neat. Fade out flash, got the crowd on repeat. One palm raised like a shot and rest. Foot half hung, but the line look blessed. No cue call, but the click impressed. Frame breathed out like a candid test.
Kid off still swing, but I pose like crown. Him all loose, but I hold that town. Fit off grid, but the block look proud.
Voice too calm, but the cam sound loud.
Kid off still swing, but I pose like crown. Him all loose, but I hold that town. Fit off grid, but the block look proud.
Voice too calm, but the cam sound loud.
Didn't even know they caught that snap. Was mid walk in, a daily trap. No mirror check, no pose, no map. But they saved that shot like a holy app. Fred was torn and the sock had holes. Still I stood like I just won gold. Back not straight, but the lens enrolled. Cam said stir while I barely strolled. I don't model, I just missed the bus. No drip plan, no style and fuss. Guess the tilt said more than a plus. Now my scuff went viral like royal hush.
Thin dog still swing, but I pose like crown. M all loose, but I hold that town. Fit off grid, but the block look proud.
Voice too calm, but the cam sound loud.
Didn't flex hard, the still just grew. Didn't show off, it stuck like glue. Didn't chase fame, the frame chose who. Angles folded back where the stride once flew. Post too low for a hype track share. Move too flat for a front page stare. But the stance won't move and the cam don't care. It just snapped again like a myth was there. No bold logo, no iced out glare. No loud claim, no custom pair. Yet the shot won't lie when the air feels rare. Even silence got style when the pose got there.
Head dog still swing, but I pose like crown. M all loose, but I hold that town. Fit off grid, but the block look proud.
Voice too calm, but the cam sound loud.
Angle lock. Angle lock.
Angles locked, every stand still glow. One blink later and the cam went live. Crowd pull close like they feel that show. Line stay still, but the flash survive.
Jacket half zip with a slope so clean. Shadow cast wide like a vivid scene. Fold on the T, make the crowd go hush. Wall pull back from the subtle rush. Shoes off brand with a tread that slide. Frame half tilt, but the tone got pride. No loud cue, but the block took note. Silence roll heavy like a verse I wrote. No brand tag, but the edge still tight. One eye closed and the pose felt right. Back stay still, but the drip move fast. All that pause and I still outlast.
Angles locked, every stand still glow. One blink later and the cam went live. Crowd pull close like they feel that show. Line stay still, but the flash survive.
One sleeve low with the cuff off track. Turn mid-step and the shot went black. Breeze cut slow like a vinyl loop. Every fold hung like a tailored suit. Shoulder tilt caught in the midday freeze. Hands relax, but they shift that breeze. Tag stick out like a secret code. Frame said more than the fit I showed. Button unhooked, but the vibe intact. Street didn't move, but it watched me act. Thread worn thin with a stance so grand. Still took lead without raising hands.
Angles locked, every stand still glow. One blink later and the cam went live. Crowd
Crowd pull close like they feel that show. Line stay still, but the flash survive.
No bright lights, but the focus tight. Frame half turn, made the lens ignite. No cue drop, but the block fell sway. Steps landed sharp in a silent way.
Hands in pockets with the backdrop lean. Unplanned motion kept the canvas clean. No mark pose, but the shape stood tall. Air moved slow through a concrete hall. Laces half tied with a stance on freeze. I said more than 1,000 T's. Jacket swung once with a centered snap. Each steel frame felt like a silent trap.
Lean curve low like the shadow bend. Stood so calm that the frame won't end. Glare cut soft like a razor blur. Pulse stayed flat, but the air did stir. Knees bent slight in a slanted line. Face half tilted with a paw so fine. Shirt untucked with a staged out grace. Still broke time with a centered face. Shoes scuffed up, but the pose read pure. Hands met air like a closing door. Wall leaned back as I filled that frame. Flash caught style with no brand name. Angles locked, every stand still glow. One blink later and the cam went live. Crowd pull close like they feel that show. Line stay still, but the flash survive. Angles.
Angle lock. Angle lock.
Yeah. Row 2, take nice. Leg it back. Like no step wasted when the block turned gray. Still frame motion with the world on play. Air glance bounce like a scene pre-cut. Low tone stance, but the beat still strut. Coat half zipped and the line hang sharp. Foot tilt slow, but it strike like harp. Wild hole lean with a glow off steel. Calm so cold that the lens went still. Full tray said like a shot rewind. Crowd move quiet when the pose align. One hand low with a frame that speaks. Edge so clean that it split 2 weeks. Tag still swing with a mid-air groove. Voice so low that the cam can't move. Sidelight gleam and the flow feel staged. Even still shots came out in red. No step wasted when the block turned gray. Still frame motion with the world on play. Every glance bounce like a scene pre-cut. Low tone stance but the beat still strut. No step wasted when the block turned gray. Still frame motion with the world on play. Every glance bounce like a scene pre-cut. Low tone stance but the beat still strut. Hands fold slow with a line in check. Vibe so cool that the air reflect. Glass so clear that it caught my breath. Shade cut through like a clean reset. One palm down with a stance half wide. Neon hit skin like a badge of pride. Steps laying soft but the ground still shake. Angles being smooth when the tone awake. Fade mark low in the frame of chrome. Eyes locked still like a king on throne. Edge cut fine and the noise drop fast. Every slight pause made the glow outlast. No step wasted when the block turned gray. Still frame motion with the world on play. Egg glance bounce like a scene pre-cut. Low tone stance but the beat still strut. No step wasted when the block turned gray. Still frame motion with the world on play. Egg glance bounce like a scene pre-cut. Low tone stance but the beat still strut. Frame half bent with attention calm. Weight shift soft like a silent song. Eyes drawn slow to the glare off tile. Crowd hold breath for a single style. Air stay thin when the pose takes shape. Curve lock tight with a clean escape. Flow hum low like a looping track. Scene feel known but it won't go back. Hands trace air with a ghost like gleam. Pose too still but it cut that beam. Edge lean slight and the block press mute. Pose hit deep with a silent suit. Glow pull tight when the lights fall flat. Tone still sharp in the world like that. Fold no crease but it red like cold. Steps stay calm while the beat unload. Wall fade dark in a grainy hue. Sound cut short but the glare came through. Shoes mark ground in a static way. Pose sink clean when the frame don't sway. Heat rise slow with a motion glide. Crowd lean close but the stance don't slide. Scene caught once and the proof replayed. Style locked in like the rules I made. No step wasted when the block turned gray. Still frame motion with the world on play. Every glance bounce like a scene pre-cut. Low tone stance but the beat still strut. No step wasted when the block turned gray. Still frame motion with the world on play. Every glance bounce like a scene pre-cut. Low tone stance but the beat still strut. glass, cut lean on the backlit floor. Wall shift tone when the fade hit core. Air stay thin with a tight incline. Like trace edge on a parallel line. Fold, hold breath in a silent pull. Crowd hum low, but the stance feel full. Edge press sharp on a silver cue. Tone draw slow in a shady cue. Foot mark ground like a baseline phrase. Heat roll quiet through a downtown maze. Post set still, but the frame replays. Scene lock clean in the midlight phase. Whole scene pause when the track went mute. Oh, so one thin through a framed out suit. One look caught in a sound wave cue. Crawl lean slow when the light broke through. Hang low on a cross-cut tilt. Wind drags slow through a concrete quilt. Eyes red light in a coded spin. Lines blur soft when the shots begin. Coat flap once as the cam took aim. Glow shift mild through the glass frame flame. Pose half held with the tension cue. Crowd fade wide when the stance broke through. Tag fold back with a print half sign. Step line calm but the form refined. Edge cut true in a full back arc. Scene hum dark like a sparkless mark. Whole scene pause when the track went mute. Soon run thin through a framed out suit. One look caught in a sound wave cue. Crowd lean slow when the light broke through. Press neat in a low lit glare. Wall stand cold with a steel cut stare. Line hold space with a half turn cue. Every small move set the tone in view. Edge bend soft with a skyline fade. Beat hum faint like a retrograde. Grip draw flat on a single beat. Post stay locked while the air repeat. Shadow move tight through a filmed out haze. Step run light on a one track phase. Crowd shift near with a quiet lean. Frame blink twice and it loop that scene. Heat drag slow through a tone off glass. Glow trace rim where the cool lights pass. Angle set strong on a midline cue. Post hold calm with the frozen hue. Flow hum deep with a hollow spin. Air feel thick as the beat lock in. Hands drop soft on the frame well post. Scene stand bright when the night half closed. Eyes cut sharp with a flash built seam. Face turn slow in a playback dream. Light post once as the cam replayed. Street hum faint in the shot I made. Whole scene pause when the track went mute. So run thin through a framed out suit. One look caught in a sound wave cue. Crowd lean slow when the light broke through. Whole scene pause when the track went mute. Cycle run thin through a framed out suit. One look caught in a sound wave cue. Crowd lean slow when the light broke through.
Step on glass but the frame don't crack. Post hold heat when the bass roll back. Line stay bold while the flash turns slow. Calm cut deep through the frame I shrug. Glass pane fold in a soft lit hue. Edge draw clean where the tone slip through. Foot press light on a gray stone plane. Wall hum low with a steady refrain. Air bend wide on a tight lace spin. Crowd breathe calm while the loop begin. Tag hang loose with a cut refined. I stay cool as the beat align. Fold trace space with a mirror cue. Scene hum flat when the cam withdrew. Glow pull sharp in a low bass tone. Still to speak loud in the city zone. Step on glass but the frame don't crack. Post hold heat when the bass roll back. Line stay bold while the flash turns slow. Calm cut deep through the frame I show. Step on glass but the frame don't crack. Post hold heat when the bass roll back. Line stay bold while the flash turns slow. Calm cut deep through the frame I show. Deep through the frame I show. Deep through the frame I show. Step twist quick on the rim cut floor. 808 snap make the crowd want more. Hand flick once with a steel trim slide. Rhythm run hot where the cool reside. Wordplay bend like a lens in heat. Flow cut sharp on the backseat beat. Snare clap tight with a double flare. Post jump clean in the midnight air. Edge carved wide when the stance held true. Frame blink fast with a silver hue. Baseline grin in a looped out bar. Post stand still but the vibe go far. Step on glass but the
frame don't crack. Post whole heat when the bass roll back. Line stay bold while the flash turn slow. Come cut deep through the frame I show. Step on glass but the frame don't crack. Post whole heat when the bass roll back. Line stay bold while the flash turn slow. Come cut deep through the frame I show. Yeah. Light drag slow on a half-step swing. Voice ride low like a vinyl ring. Scene float wide with a haze undone. Crowd hum soft when the glare outrun. Fold roll deep in a midline view. Heat cross smooth through the faded blue. Line bend thin like a filmic glow. Word fall flat but the tone still show. Hands lift calm with a soft reverb. Beat slide cool through a city curve. Pulse drift low while the lens stay tight. Still frame talk in the quiet light. Glow press back with a stance so cold. Foot drop hard as the block unfold. Air cut thick with a flash so keen. Scene lock clean with the truth been seen. Grip hold weight on a mid-tempo drag. Flow talk loud through a silence tag. Edge cut deep like a tape rewind. Crowd shout low but they stay aligned. Fold hit sharp when the bass reclaim. Voice ring proud through the frozen frame. No sound waste when the tone collide. Calm turn bold in the Framewalk stride. Step on glass but the frame don't crack. Pose whole heat when the bass roll back. Line stay bold while the flash turns slow. Come cut deep through the frame I show. Step on glass but the frame don't crack. Pose whole heat when the bass roll back. Line stay bold while the flash turns slow. Come cut deep through the frame I show. Cut deep through the frame I show. Come cut deep through the frame I show. Cut deep through the frame I show.